What's going on, guys? Riley here from RP Productions, and today I'm going to be reviewing this 2017 Ford Mustang GT with a few minor bolt-ons. Now this one is the baby brother of the Mustang I reviewed a few weeks ago that had 670 horsepower, which was from Joe Myers Ford. This one is also courtesy of Joe Myers Ford and is sitting at a solid 480 horsepower and 425 pound-feet of torque. The way this car sits right now is sitting at about 33,000 and some change for 480 horsepower. Now that right there is an incredible bang for your buck. Now even though this is a base model GT, the base model GTs do in fact come with basically 4-piston Brembos, even though they're not advertised as such. Ford kind of wants to put more emphasis on their performance pack with the 6-piston Brembos, but you still do get 4-piston Brembos here up front. And you know, the great exterior looks, especially in this new color, lightning blue for 2017. I know I said I liked grabber blue the best, but I think this might actually take the cake. I think I like this one a little bit better. Now to get to that 480 horsepower mark, this car is equipped with a Roush Axleback exhaust, a Roush intake, and a Roush tune. So I just wanted to get a quick walk around of the car and showing off this nice lightning blue color. Now let's go ahead and check out what's under the engine. Now here is that 5.0 Coyote motor with the Roush intake sitting right here up front. Now you're probably asking yourself, okay, why would I pay a little bit more to get an intake, exhaust, and tune when I could do that myself aftermarket and get, you know, more horsepower gains or what have you? Well, the great thing about this deal is that you get to keep your warranty when you do these add-ons through the dealership. So basically, you know, you get to throw a couple of bolt-ons on your car, get to 480 horsepower, and still have peace of mind that you have a warranty on your car if something were to ever go wrong. All right guys, so enough looking at it. Let's go ahead, hear how she sounds, and take her for a drive. Alright guys, so let's go ahead and take out the 480 horsepower bolt-on Mustang. Once again, I've got Nick the Drona with me, who was in that last video. So if you haven't already seen the 670 supercharged Mustang, you should probably watch that one before watching this one. That was the big brother of this one. But this one's gonna be the more, you know, if you wanna maybe not spend as much money or not want as much power, this is gonna be a great option, or so I assume. So let's go ahead and take it for a drive, and we'll see how it drives. All right, Nick, so what have you got for me today? What is this car?
This is our entry-level car. We call it Level 1. It allows us to add a Roush cold air intake, Roush exhaust, and a Roush tune. And this is for the customer who wants to do a little bit of a custom touch, get just a little bit more throttle response, a little bit more sound out of it. We know a lot of family men love to drive this car because it's not something the wife can't take out if she needs to, or something that's going to overpower a teenager or anything like that at all. Just gives you a little bit more bang for your buck while being able to finance those products.
All right, guys, well, how about 480 horsepower? Let's see what it feels like. Yeah, it's pretty quick. That definitely gets up and goes. Well, so I know a lot of people are going to ask, well, Riley, this has 480 horsepower. Your Dodge Charger Scat Pack has 485. How does it feel? Well, they're really close, actually. That feels about what mine feels like. I think you lose a lot of time in the shifting just because this is a manual and I don't really know what I'm doing. I'm kidding, I know a little bit what I'm doing, but you know, the 8-speed automatic, it's gonna beat a manual in a race, but if this was an auto, it would be very, very close. It'd be a good race between the two cars. So you're getting something, you know, like my Scat Pack, for example, is about $46,000. This is 33 and some change. So you're saving, give or take, let's say 12 grand, getting the same power. Like, damn, that's a good bang for your buck. How about a second gear pull?
Third gear chirp.
Yeah, it's definitely quick, for sure. Wow.
Not bad for a grocery getter.
No, not bad at all. Wow. I mean, the whole time I'm doing this, I can't get, you know, the price out of my head. I'm like, this power, this car for, you know, low $30,000 range. Yeah, I just can't get that out of my head. Like, yeah, you're having all this power, you're having all this fun, you've got a warranty to cover yourself. I mean, it's just like, man, it's such a good deal. I love, my favorite thing about cars is finding cars that are really good bang for your bucks, which is, you know, I bought my Scat Pack. It's a damn good bang for your buck as well. Different cars, so it's kind of hard to just kind of compare apples to oranges here. But, you know, this car, great bang for your buck, and those are the cars that really need to be, you know, kind of exploited and found. A lot of these cars, they're out there, people just don't know where to look. And so I'm here trying to be like, guys, look at this. You should probably get something like this if this is something you're looking for. I mean, oh, these cars just make me really happy. I don't know. Who doesn't like a good deal?
It's PPA, price, peace of mind, and adrenaline.
There you go. And now another thing I will say about these Mustangs that I really like is I like the clutch, I like the gear shifter. As I kind of stated before, I'm not somebody who drives a manual on a daily basis. I'm not the best manual driver out there. I mean, I can sure get in it and go from point A to point B, but by no means am I going to be winning any races. But man, I can get in this car. I feel pretty confident in myself. I have a lot of fun. It's pretty easy to do. I mean, it'd be a great first car for somebody, first manual car for somebody that doesn't know what they're doing. You could hop in this car and you could figure it out pretty quickly. It's really not bad. So I'll try to touch on a couple things that I kind of touched on in the last review. And if you watched that last review, I'll try not to bore you with repetitive stuff. But the seats, these seats are cloth seats, and that's a pothole. But these seats are cloth seats, and I like them a lot. They're really comfortable. They do a really nice job of holding you in. Interior on these cars, you know, it's the same as the last one I reviewed, but it's still a really nice interior. I don't have any complaints. Visibility is fine. This is the first review you're seeing of mine from the 2015 and up Mustangs. I really do like these cars a lot. I think that they're really great bang for your bucks, as I keep saying over and over again, which is why I like these cars so much. It's just because they are so much fun for the, you know, relatively little price you pay when you're comparing it to, you know, other things in this price range. I mean, it's funny to look at, you know, let's say a GT350 and the performance you get on that car, whereas you could also buy like a new Tahoe or something. So it's funny to see how cars are priced and what you can get for different amounts of money. And man, for, you know, the low $30,000 range, this is like, I don't know what out there is better for that price range. I really don't.
And here we go again, folks.
Second gear. There we go. That second to third shift is vicious.
I gotta give you props. Your shifting abilities have gotten better since the 670 car. I don't remember my head whipping back as hard.
Man, that's definitely enough power to have a lot of fun. Oh, yes. I like. So something I never touched on was this exhaust. Sounds pretty damn good. It's not bad. And you know, this isn't the track pack, so it doesn't have the super aggressive gears. It doesn't have the 6-piston Brimbos. But quite honestly, for normal street use, for an everyday driver, you don't necessarily need that. If you plan on, you know, tracking your car and racing it and stuff, then yeah, sure. But for the everyday driver, I can't tell much of a difference between the 6-piston and 4-piston Brimbos out on the street. But you know, if you're gonna track your car, that's definitely something to look into. So I kind of touched base on the whole bang for your buck thing, but who is your customer? I mean, you sell these cars, you know. Who buys these as opposed to getting like the 670 or 727 horsepower packages?
We found a lot of people who are coming out of other competitive makes and models, you know, your SS Camaros and stuff like that. A lot of people coming up from Focus STs or, you know, any kind of your moderate 4-cylinder and 6-cylinder performance cars. Anybody who bought an RS Camaro or even a V6 Mustang. For the price point, you can get into this car within $5,000, $6,000, $7,000 of any V6 car that's out there too, whether it be from Chevy, Ford, Dodge. It's very comparable when it comes to the price range, and you're not limited to what we put on this car with the cold air intake, tune, and exhaust. We can do other things too to spice up the ride as far as appearance, whether it be suspension, wheels, tires, different forms of exhaust with X pipes and stuff like that to make it louder, adding the different visual aspects to the car with hood scoops, side scoops, window louvers, things like that.
So I can pretty much like walk into the dealership and just go crazy with a customization sheet, and you guys would just take care of everything pretty much for me, and then that would also, you know, the extra price that would cost would go towards like my financeable amount.
Exactly right. A lot of the phone calls that I've been taking, especially since your first video launched on the 670 car, have been customers calling in from all over the country. They want from mild to wild builds with spoilers, decals, badging, striping, anything you can think of, whether it's upgrading the rear axles, the wheel and tire combinations on the vehicle, headers, exhaust. We can literally do everything that you want to do to your car, short of basically turning it into a monster truck. You can literally get anything you want from your Mustang through us, as we are the only dealership in the state of Texas that is recognized as American Muscle Dealer. American Muscle is the biggest website for aftermarket parts for a Mustang, and we have them in our back pocket to allow us to produce those parts to you and back them with a 3-year, 36,000-mile warranty.
Yeah, that's one thing that I'm a little upset about as a Dodge owner, is we don't have a website. It's like one-stop shop. Mustang owners, you guys have always had, AmericanMuscle.com. That website is just fantastic. If you want something, it's probably on that website. Whereas, Chevy and Dodge owners, we kind of have to do a little bit more searching to find exactly what we want. So that is nice. So Nick, how many people have come back, using their warranty for warranty work? How many people have had issues with any of these packages?
Great question. Something we get asked a lot as well. The really cool thing about this is Roush spends so much time over engineering, whether it be for their tunes, their calibration, their parts. They've worked out all the kinks so that they know when they put a product out there, they're putting a warranty option out there on some of these kits, being the 480 or 670. They're doing that because they're so confident there aren't going to be any issues. We've never had a customer come back with one of our level 1 or level 2 cars, even the level 3 727 car, with any kind of major problem that wasn't covered under warranty, wasn't already protected by something that we could simply put in the shop, whether it be for replacing a belt or something like that. You have peace of mind of knowing that you have a over-engineered product put out by Roush that's designed to deliver day in, day out proven performance.
That's impressive. All right, guys, well, we made it back to the dealership in one piece. That's always nice, but overall, this was a super fun car. I mean, like I said before, the whole time I did this review, I kept thinking about the price, the bang for your buck, how much horsepower you're getting for relatively such a small price tag, and that's just amazing to me. And that's why, I'm gonna keep trying to find these bang for your buck cars and get them out there. But man, Joe Myers Ford, y'all are killing it right now. Y'all are doing a really good job. So
we're trying. Remember, we have our levels 1, 2, and 3 packages, 480, 670, and 727. They're all here at Joe Myers Ford. We can build them on any car that you want, whether it be a base model GT, all the way up to a fully loaded premium convertible. Don't forget, we also have our Roush vehicles here available for you too. All you got to do is contact me, Nick Javerick, the Drona, here at Joe Myers Ford. My phone number is 855-502-1463. Check us out at jmfroushperformance.com. Obviously, Riley's going to throw our links down here in the bottom section so y'all can look at our inventory. We've got several more cars coming out later on this week, so keep an eye out for those as well.
Awesome, man. Well, hey, Nick, thank you for having me out here.
Of course, no problem.
Guys, thanks for watching. I will see y'all in the next one. Take it easy.
Thanks.
Well, would you look at that? Now the sun's coming out right about when I finish the review. Now, isn't that typical?
Yeah, it's shining right on your face too.
Yeah, I know. Like a little ghost in the camera, probably.